Edge of Eternity spoilers has Daddy super excited, especially the new card Sunset Saboteur. To remove this creature, opponent has to discard a card. That's so good. It's exactly how Tarmogoyf was back in early Modern, because back then the only relevant removal was Lightning Bolt, and it would often take 2 bolts to kill Tarmogoyf. Saboteur's like the same thing, and it even has Menace. The downside is when it attacks, it puts a 1/1 counter on opponent's creature, but who cares, just use removal. So Daddy is eager to know, what will the best deck be for Sunset Saboteur? Since the Monstrous Rage ban, Black has been doing stellar and standard, the Mirror has been doing the best, but an extra kinky combo deck has caught Daddy's eye is a super kinky Golgari deck by Dr. Forkin, which went 5 wins and 2 losses in a challenge tournament. This deck has a really sweet combo. It has a new creature Demon Wall, which is obviously a demon, working super well with Unholy Annex. It's an enchantment for 3 mana that draws us a card every turn for 2 life, but if we control a demon, instead of us losing 2 life, our opponent gets drained for 2. But the kinkiness doesn't end there. Demon Wall has Menace, but it can't attack unless it has a counter, which it can get with Innkeeper's Talent, putting a counter on a creature every turn, and we can level it up to give ward. Those 3 cards work fantastic with each other, but a combo this cool, we have to ask, did this deck win with the help of Favores Sexuales? That's what we're here to investigate, especially since it looks like a great home for Sunset Saboteur, considering that most of these cards will not rotate out in a month, and will stay in the format. As for the cards that won't rotate, we have a Mandork, Deep-Cavern Bat to fondle our opponent's hand, Mosswood Dreadknight, which can draw us a card, Creature of the Schism, which does stuff when attacks, the new Qarsi Revenant, with Flying, Death Touch, and Lifelink, and even if it dies, we can put its abilities on a creature we control. Then there's Sentinel, the Nameless City, making map tokens, another way to put 1/1 counters on stuff. Then we have a dragon that can board wipe, another dragon that can destroy an artifact or enchantment, and some manlands. As for the few cards that will rotate, there's Cut Down, 1 Go for the Throat, 1 Glissa, 1 Archfiend, 1 Gix's Command, and 2 Rascal for removal. But the important thing is that the key cards are staying, and these cards that are rotating are very replaceable. Now for sideboard, we have more discard, more 4 mana creatures, artifact enchantment hate, permanent hate, graveyard hate, and blue black hate. That is the deck. Did this deck win with Favores Sexuales? Off we go to find out. But first, today's video is sponsored by Fist Out. Fist Out is a competitive card game where you build and battle with powerful decks, leveling up your cards and mastering unique synergies to outthink and outplay your opponents. Each card comes with its own attack, defense, and special abilities, just like in Magic the Gathering. Finding the perfect synergy between your cards is the key to clapping cheeks. Experiment with different strategies, refine your deck, and discover powerful combos that can turn the tide of battle in an instant. With over 300 cards across 7 different races, the combinations are endless. Want to fight against racism by mixing angels with demons, or how about Aladdin with a cow? Jump into the arena and challenge players from all around the world in real-time duels. Fist your opponent to the death and see who's the best at fisting. Climb the rank ladder, prove you're the best fister out there. Every win brings you closer to mastering the game and unlocking powerful new cards. You can also join up with friends in a guild, build structures together. The guild system lets you strategize with allies and improves the team. And if you love competition, prepare to be aroused because Fist Out is launching high-stakes tournaments with massive prizes. I'm talking about Fist Out Stellar War Global Arena. These competitive events are month-round seasons with flexible scheduling so you can join top-tier battles anytime. Power levels are balanced so that everyone has a fair chance of winning. This balance is achieved by designing cards properly, planning in advance so that each card synergizes correctly, so that one combo isn't too strong. But there's more to the game than just a competition. There's the joy of finding combos between cards to build unique decks that no one's thought of before, all while playing at your own convenience. Download Fist Out now for free using my link in the description below or scan the QR code on screen. The game's available on both iOS and Android. And if you use Daddy's link, you'll get an exclusive $20 starter pack with gold, diamonds, dust, and rare recruit scrolls to kickstart your collection. And now it's back to the video. Opening hand, no early creatures, but it does have good removal, so we'll keep. They play a food. Llanowar Elves. We'll play and pass. Another artifact. Now the problem is their deck probably has no creatures. Because it's a blue-white artifact deck. We'll hit them with Duress. They have Board Wipe, a Tapper, which would cause Archfiend to kill us. And they also have Thousand Moon Smithy. I mean, they're all pretty good, but we'll... Oh, I guess we selected that one. I didn't really mean to do that, but whatever. I guess that's fine. I mean, Braids, They play Braids. Moon Talent. We'll play Talent. And this thing can flip into a card draw engine, which would be really annoying. They tap down Llanowar. We level up and buff. They go for the Board Wipe. Land. Ooh, a synthesizer. So whenever they play big artifact, they make a construct. And unfortunately, our removal can't even take it out. They flip this, making a 3/3. Well, play Archfiend, Llanowar. But after 4 turns, we just die. Well, I guess we could just call our own creature if we had to. They draw a nutload of cards, 3 of them. Now they only have a 2/2. They could flash in an artifact, but attempt to remove the token. That worked. Then we'll swing. They did have an artifact. They got Llanowar Elves, sure. Play Glissa the Glizzy Gobbler, which can destroy enchantments. Fun digs. Oh, for another net. And they get a 4/4. Draw land. Animate a mainland. They tap down Archfiend. Number 7. And of course they block. Opponent passes. Because command nice. Animate our mainland. They tap down Archfiend. Oh, removal. Taking out Glissa. And they remove our mainland. They can take out our Glizzy Gobbler, but not our mainland. We shall punish them. Remove our own creature. Hooray! And bat for us. We'll play bat. Oh, this is land. Okay. Buffer bat. Fun digs. And then we'll pass. Another food. That does gain them life and draw them a card. But unless they play big artifacts, they're not gonna have any creatures. They gain life. Repurposing Bay. Uh oh. They can sacrifice an artifact and get a bigger artifact. They find removal. We're kind of in a lot of trouble, because they can keep stacking stuff. We'll draw out more removal. We'll then explore. Dumping removal. Now I think they have us no matter what here. They tap down our creature. Find Pyro Crystal, give haste. So they can hit us for 24. Oh, got a pretty sick combo. So we must clap back in game 2. Putting us with our whole start on 2. Opening hand as a combo, we'll keep. We'll play our demon. They play Mana Rock. That can turn into an equipment. We now play Annex. We start draining our opponent. We throw back, which can take out an artifact. They blink their Mana Rock to draw a card. They're that desperate? My sister was desperate. That's why she became a hoe. An opponent digs for land. And for 7 mana, they can buff their artifacts and make weenies. But now to devastate our opponent even more, they second Annex. We draw and drain. Ooh, and they dig for artifacts. So look at the top 7 cards. And they can put 2 artifacts into play, finding removal and more ramp. So that could have been a lot worse. And they don't exile our Annex? Ooh, Stormbrood. But for 5 mana, we'll just make a demon so we can keep draining our opponent. Synthesizer. That's how they'll make the creatures. What are they doing? They're wiping their own board just to take out our token? How did our opponent get so generous? We'll play our dragon. Dragon these nuts on Synthesizer. Another Annex. Another Iron Crag. They make our creatures enter tapped. And they get to gain some life. We deal 3. Play a 3rd Annex. Put out a demon. So unless they kill this demon. Oh shit, they do. Luckily we can make more demons next turn. We draw some more. We'll first play Bat. Bundle their hand. Look for 3. Opponent digs. We now make another demon. We drain for 6. They play removal. Taking out our demon. Right in net. Most tragically for opponent. We drain their for lethal. Oh, okay, opponent's had enough. Focus on the next match. Opening hand is total shit. We'll mull. And slightly less shit. We'll keep. Opponent makes a 1-1. We bat number 2. We'll play our first bat. And our teamer deck. Questing Druid can dig. Vitality can ramp. But we want to take the removal. We take 1. Ooh, and a 3rd bat. Turn for 1. And our poor opponent. In response to dig. Ooh, those are both good hits. But they only have 1 blue land. We'll make things extra hard for them. Take Vitality. Leaving them with VV. They played Stormtaker's Talent. And now they can't make more blue. They dig with Slot of Hand. More land. Play our 3rd bat. Take the VV. Turn for 2. And play our demon. Ooh, they dig with Cock Up. Grabbing 2 cards on hand. They swing. Definitely on pump. We'll trade though. No removal. They get back a fight spell. No more land. And Preacher, okay. Drain them for 2 more and pass. And more exiling. Vitality. And Questing Druid. And they can soon start leveling things up. To start making weenies. So we kind of want them to get back VV. Like board wipe. So they won't play Preacher here and just pass. They do use removal. And now would they like to play VV? They sure would. How wonderful. Although their Questing Druid gets buffed out of range. So they can't fully wipe here. On digs. Fighting another Questing Druid. A bunch of creatures out of range of Gix's command. Oh, they buff even more. We take 10. Oh, we're just dead. The game 2 it is. Going against first round 2. Opening hand, we can't play Llanowar turn 1. Otherwise the hand would be fine. Guess we'll mull. And this also has its problems, but we'll keep. Another bat. History repeats itself. They make a 1-1. And we'll play a bat. Ooh, double removal. There's no way to make green mana this turn. Unless they top deck something. So we'll take this removal. And take the other one next turn. They make a weenie. Then they pass. Time for bat number 2. And they VV nice. They push back. Turn for 1. And the next turn. No, they draw removal. Shoot. Taking out that bat. And the other. Ooh, Glissa. We'll play that instead. And hope they don't use removal on it. Now they just level up. Returning Bushwhack to hand. Sure. So in that case, the Archfiend. Fling. Opponent chumps. And they lose 2 from Archfiend. Removal, they're gonna take out Glissa. Huh? Wait. That deals 3 damage, right? And then, oh, they're gonna use a fight spell on it. Interesting. Seems like a lot of work. They have 1 card in hand. VV. Swing. They got 1 talent. They unlock a room. They draw an extra card every turn. One land. Laminate. Swing. And take out that room. So no more extra card draw for them. They play VV. Ooh, and they dig. So it looks like they're playing around cut down. In lane, that's good. Animator main land. And swing. They block like that. How interesting. So much to cut down. I guess just Duress. Nope, there's a creature. Oh, digs. Dig some more. Ooh, they do defend removal though. And the thing that balance enchantments. They use removal. They have Vitality, which we can't use cut down on. Yikes, land. We'll force our opponent to chump. They have 1 card in hand. Oh, now 2 more. They play Questing Druid. B4 gets buffed. Cut down. And our opponent concedes. So game 3 will decide things. Going into game 3, they played around cut down really well. So they'll go off their enchantments instead. And that's game 3. Opening hand, no black. That's racist, so we'll mull. And this is less racist, we'll keep. We draw 1 cut down. Opponent just passes. Ooh, creature. We'll play it. And see if they want to exile it. Opponent digs. They might be having mana trouble there. Maybe not, huh? Draw land. We'll swing. What are they doing? We'll play our 3-3. Opponent digs. Finding Vitality. They play it. We find an elf. Feels like bad value, but destroy the 3-3. That worked. Swing for 6. Play elf and hold up removal. Storm Splitter. With exactly 5 power and toughness combined. So we can cut down it, but if they play anything, they make a copy of Storm Splitter. And they won't be able to respond. They cast off, but remove Storm Splitter. And the tokens have haste with Vitality. They can just keep making mana, but maybe they've hit a wall. Oh, they dig. Finding 2 lands, sure. And these tokens will get exiled. So whatever they're trying to do, they gotta do it now. And they're currently down to 1 mana. They did for basic. Now they have 2 more tokens. Oh, they spray the board. Only for 1. Now they can make 5 more mana. And now I think they're finally hitting a wall. All these tokens go bye-bye. Now they have VV. We'll swing. They take a trade. And then replaying it. Down to 5 life. They play a creature. Land. And they pass. Interesting. Oh, we still can't play Naughty Nissa. We'll try for the same thing as last turn. We'll swing. Oh, chumps. And it's Dirt Reader as it feels. I think we should play fullback. Not taking out their enchantment, but inside their graveyard. Ooh, that did the trick. Our opponent opponent had a very cool deck, which was quite the joy to play against. And also next thinking, opening hand, 5 lands them all. Oh, sweet Jesus, no. Well, we'll keep. Opponent plays Inspector, and we'll play a Mana Dork, another Inspector. Opponent passes an, oh boy, more land. We can at least play Talent, and level up to give a ward. Knight Errant, they can invoke the dig. Finding Siren, more land, sure, that's fine. But if we can pull off a Gix's command, then it can really clap our opponent. They play Siren. Oh, and they get haste. 14 damage coming in, but we can't lose Llanowar, because we need the ramp. So we'll just block a 2-2, and now Gix's command, wipe their weenies, and take out the 4-4. Hooray! Opponent passes. They're likely getting ready to draw. Let's look at their hand. They flash on some weenies. Oh, we take our Skewer. So much for a double striker. And now the Kinkiest option, with 4 mana, level up Talent, and still plays 2 wall encounters. And now with 3-3 lifelink. Opponent draws out Sadness. They draw some more. They make another clue. And they find Warden, which they can tap to buff. They do just that. Eventually we'll get flying. Their hand's empty, but another bat. We'll buff our bat, ring them for 5, and we'll still play our bat, and a manland. Opponent draws. They spray out more weenies, so their Warden's racing our bat. Now 4-5, more land. We'll buff our bat again, drain for 7, pass once more, they make a flyer, and they buff their other flyer even more. We'll keep taking turns dueling each other. Now more land. This time we'll buff our other bat, swing for 7, opponent chumps. They buff their flyer, they swing and buff, block like that. Oh, they buff. Oh, shoot, no, I have 14-14, wait. With a lifelink here, I think we're still in it. Never mind, I can't do math. Ah, shit, who even plays this card? Winning against who's running all this roll, it's having 2. Ooh, opening hand to Pain Land. Not great, we'll mull. Who's much better? We'll keep. Opponent whips out their weenie. Should use the 3rd land here. Play Demon Wall and pass. Warden, Inspector, and they start buffing. No land, but that's fine. We use a dragon to take out the Warden. They blow up their artifact to make some weenies. That's not a land. Oh, now's not the time to be dropping the soap. They make even more weenies, so they can buff the board. We might just be pregnant. Oh no. 17 damage coming in. Block like that. There's a land. We can just barely survive here. Play Annex. So we go to 7. All I can do is block. We survive at 2. Opponent draws. No, we need more land. If this were to enter untapped, we could gain 4 life. That'd be huge. So if our opponent swings out here, we'll have exactly lethal. Unless we draw something good here. Well, that will do it. Darn, so close to getting out of it. So we'll add this loss to our repressed memories and move on to the next match. Opening hand's acceptable. We'll keep. More land. We'll play that. And it's a blue-red Agatha Soul Cauldron deck. And there's 3 key cards here. An enchantment that buffs from card draw. Removal and bounce. All of it's pretty strong. I guess we'll take the removal. They play their creature buffer. Dreadknight for us. And we'll put out Annex to dig. Demon Wall. And because we could make a 6-6, they might not use their bounce just yet. VV. Opponent passes. Removal would be nice here. But double spell is also nice. And now we have a demon. They play Soul Cauldron. So they can exile a card from graveyard to copy its abilities. They're definitely hoping that VV dies. So they can make a load of mana. They bounce the bat. And play Fear of Missing Out. Ooh, throwing a VV in graveyard. They buff their Fear. They use the removal. Destroying our demon. Oh, another Fear. Now they have Thrill Seeker in graveyard. And by copying Thrill Seeker's ability, they can sacrifice to deal nut load damage to any target. They flashback removal. Oh, they use it for card draw, no removal. If we don't get rid of Thrill Seeker, we'll be saying hi to Jesus soon. We'll swing and exile it. We draw an extra card, but more removal, which means our opponent has lethal. Dang. Going against this for another time too. Opening hand's fine, we'll keep. Play Mana Dork, removal, and we'll play Annex. Throwing us Glissa. They play the creature buffer, and we'll set up with Glissa. We draw another card, Mako. That gets buff when they discard, like that. We'll remove the creature, and they remove ours. Now more land. We'll play Talent, and level it up. Number 2, move Raska. They play a creature with haste, letting them discard. Now they have a 5-5. Play Raska, fall into their creature, and Vraska even has a ward, but we keep losing life to Annex. They're missing out, throwing a flashback card in graveyard, and Agatha Soul Cauldron, hopping VV's ability. Ooh, and they can flash us back for 1 mana. Darn. More removal. Throwing another flashback card in graveyard. And they also have an engineer, which can squirt out dragons. Ooh, but Doom Wall's great. We'll first play it, give it a counter, take out their creature, and pulse the cauldron. How wonderful. And now we drain our opponent. Oh no, they get rid of our demon. They go to 5. They draw some cards, and with all of their card draw, we'll first bat their hand. Ooh, well, this is pretty good, especially that ping, but we'll take a cauldron, play Revenant, and wall. We buff here, and drain on SF. They play VV. Oh, my pass. Gix's command looks good. We'll buff a creature, and make them sack. Now we have lifelink. Proliferate as well. And realizing when they're beat, our opponent concedes. So we must cuddle to death in game 3. Going to game 3 because we're slow, we'll bring in Duress, not game 3. Opening hand slow like me, we'll keep. Ooh, they play Mako. And more land for us, so good. And Fear missing out. A really fast start here. We'll slow them down with that. Ah, shoot, double cauldron. We'll take their creature buffer, buffing the Fear, and they play VV. And we top like this as well. Oh my gosh. This is such a strong start for them. We take 5. Oh, and removal. It's very stanky. Player Death Toucher. Oh, another Fear. Come to Papa. They play an Edict just to play it. But it's legendary. I guess they just want the card draw. More card draw. They play a 3rd Fear, which we could Maelstrom Pulse, but we're down to 9. More card draw and pinging. And removal. Whoa. So no matter how we block here, we take lethal. That was a crazy game for opponents. And now to the next match. So in the final match, we played against the mirror match. Another green-black deck. But in 2 of the games, our opponent dicked us down with Glissa, destroying our enchantments. And so our opponent took the match. So did this deck win win with the help of Favores Sexuales? And the answer is yes, probably. But nonetheless, the deck was super sick. Placing counters on creatures was super fun. And now just imagine the Sunset Saboteur. Placing counters on that would be super cool. Although a better home might be blue-black, especially with Kaito because Ninjutsu works super well with Menace. That's gonna be very exciting. Shout out to Dr. Forkin for coming up with a great deck. The giveaway will resume in the next video. And until next time, stay with tech.